Every vacation, my mom would say there wasn't enough room, while cramming my sister's family of 6 into the beach house. My sister would smirk and say, maybe if you had a real job, you could pay for your own trip. So my kids spent summers at home, year after year, that there's just not enough room for you and your kids at the family vacation. That's what my own mother did, while my sister smirked, suggesting I get a real job. But last month, everything changed. I bought a resort, and guess who wasn't invited? My name is Miranda, I'm 35, and I'm a single mom to my amazing kids, Lily, who's 10, and Owen, who's 8. For 15 long years, my mother, Catherine, would rent the same beautiful beach house for our big family vacation. The catch? My children and I were never, ever invited. Not enough room, she'd always claim, while somehow my sister Pamela's family of 6 always managed to fit. My successful real estate investment career? Totally invisible to them. I still remember Pamela, my sister, once sneering, maybe if you had a real job, you could afford your own vacation. I never argued. I just worked harder. And then, last month, I bought something that left my entire family absolutely speechless. Family dynamics are complicated, right? But mine? Sometimes they felt like they were scripted for a soap opera. My mother, Catherine, she's 62 now, and she's always made her preferences crystal clear. From childhood birthday parties to college decisions, my sister Pamela got the lion's share of attention, praise, and support. Me? I was expected to figure things out on my own, to be the responsible one. Pamela, she's 38, married Thomas right after college. He's a successful orthopedic surgeon, and they've got 4 beautiful children, Emily, Jacob, Zoe, and Tyler. They live in this massive 5-bedroom house in an exclusive neighborhood, complete with a pool and a home theater. Their Christmas cards, I swear, look like they're straight out of a magazine. After my father died from a sudden heart attack 16 years ago, my mother started this beach house tradition. It was supposed to be a way to keep the family connected. Every summer, she'd rent the same sprawling house on Sunset Beach for 2 weeks. The first year, I was invited, along with my then-husband, Richard. But after our divorce 12 years ago, when Lily was just a toddler and I was pregnant with Owen, the invitations became sporadic, then they just stopped altogether. We need to prioritize the children, my mother would say, somehow completely forgetting that I had children too. Meanwhile, I had to rebuild my life from scratch. Richard moved across the country with his new girlfriend and barely sent child support. I started as a real estate agent, working nights and weekends, juggling childcare. I took every class I could on property investment, saved every single penny, and slowly, I began building my portfolio. One small property led to another, then another. But to my family, I was just Miranda, who sells houses. 3 summers ago, I got that familiar June phone call from my mother. Miranda, darling, I've been thinking about the beach house arrangements, she began, her voice carrying that fake apologetic tone I'd grown to recognize. Yes, Mom, I replied, already knowing exactly what was coming. Well, with Pamela's family, there's just not enough room this year. Thomas's parents will be joining for the first week, and you know how the children need their space. I took a deep breath. What if the kids shared rooms? Lily could stay with Emily and Zoe, and Owen with Jacob and Tyler. I could take the sofa in the den. There was a pause. Oh, honey, that wouldn't work. Emily is a teenager now, she needs her privacy, and the boys are at such different ages. Besides, the den is where Thomas's father likes to watch his sports programs. I understood, though I really didn't. The beach house had 5 bedrooms and a converted attic space. There was room. There just wasn't room for us. The hardest part was always telling my children. Lily, who was 7 that summer, had made a seashell collection box at school, carefully labeled Beach Treasures. Owen, just 5, had been practicing holding his breath in the bathtub for when we go swimming in the ocean. Full story on channel, link below. Watch what happened next.